Dan. Blessings. Dan wants to say hi. Oh, you're blocking my. I guess I'm gonna have to film this video with my cat. Dan. Yeah, so let's continue where we stopped. The idea of death and be dead and rebirth. Oh, can you settle down? Oh, hey, blessings. Today is day 6 of the 12 days of your challenge. And today's topic is on, my cat is here, is on reflecting on death and rebirth. So, death. What can die? If I die today, right, would I stop being existing? No. My body's still there. My body will decay and transform and grow into other lives. There are thousands or even millions of other lives will come out of this body, right? All the cells will break down, all the nutritions would transform into, bacteria, fungi, bugs, even grass, trees, flowers, herbs, bushes, countless life. My body will join a form of them. What stops existing is the concept of me, not any material part of me. The material part simply recycle and reform. So, the concept of me in spiritual practice, right, any kind of spiritual growth, we always hear this concept of higher self, right? This is my take on higher self. I don't think higher self is an individual being, which means I think the higher self is a collective. Like, for example, the higher self of me is the same entity as the higher self of you. The spot where everything starts and the spot where everything returns. My favorite Mahayana Buddhist sutra, Diamond Sutra, is really focusing on this concept of, in Chinese as we say, 无我相, 无人相, 无众生相, 无寿者相. Means there's no illusion of me. There is no illusion of others. There's no illusion of all the lives, all the other lives. There's no illusion of the long living being. Summarize it is to let go of the concept of self as an individual entity and realize the higher self we're trying to connect is a collective entity. It's a collective pool of a source. The final, ultimate divinity is this place where everything manifests into physical being. That leads me to the teachings of Jesus in Christian faith, when he said, you must be born again to enter the kingdom of heavens. For many years, I thought to be born again means to join a religion, join an order of a religion, to get baptized, right? All that Christian teachings. But now, I think the actual essence of it is not a performative ritual or organization or an order of religion, religious group, or even the belief of a list of creed. Not really, but to be born again is to connect, returning to the connection to the higher self, to the kingdom of heavens, to the collective entity where the holy divine is. In another way, to be born again is to be born into the existence without the illusion of self. Like the Buddha said, 无我相, 无人相, 无众生相, 无寿者相. In one of the Hinduist creation story is the whole universe is this dream of Burma, right? We all exist in this connected oneness, and the concept of I am different than you, and I'm going through this train of causes and effects, and I have this train of karma that chasing after me, it's all started because I'm obsessed with the attachment of me being me is different than anything else. I don't know, my rumbling has any insight that is helpful to you or not, but in this winter, at this moment, I hope you hear my voice and knowing that death is not the end. Rebirth is to let go of self, and eventually we will be returning to the kingdom of heavens, meaning we will be returning to a state of existence without the illusion of you and me as separate entities. So what does it mean to my personal practice? It means that my journey of growing as a spiritual being is a constant process of letting go and putting it to death, putting the old concept of who I am, the old definition of who I am to death, and allowing the brand new vulnerable part of me that born out of my past to be a little bit closer to the collective intelligence, to the collective ultimate divinity, and a little bit further from this obsession on I am different than you. I don't think it's realistic for any person who still live their life as an individual being in this world, in this lifetime, to be completely liberated from the bind, from the limitation of the difference, right? The illusion of the differences between you and me, between individualities. But I do think it's a perpetual journey to live with this limitation, but with the connection and with the awareness that we are actually one. And from that unity, we gain the infinite possibility of creating a life that is vastly different than the one that we're handed to. Because we're all connected into the oneness, the better I'm connected to this collective divinity, the better I'm at gaining resource and support and energy and power from the divine. I do not know if my rumbling makes any difference in your way of thinking about life and death and rebirth, but one practical way we can do it is to set a time. For me, I set the black moon as the day of a month that I contemplate on death, on rebirth, on letting go of the illusion of me as an individual, let the past concept of myself to be dead. And Dandan is being really naughty on the camera, so hello Dandan. I'm so sorry, I got distracted by my cat. Anyway, this is my reflection on death and rebirth. It's pretty chaotic, the process to film it, but I hope you enjoy watching it. Blessed be.